In section 2-4A, I want you to be able to write a linear equation based on a graph and find a slope between 2 points, and also write a linear equation in slope-intercept form using point-slope form as a starting point. So, first thing we want to do is go over slope. Finding the slope between 2 points. If you have 2 points, these little subscripts just mean that this is our first set of points, this is our second set of points. So we take the slope y sub 2 minus y sub 1 equals x sub 2 minus x sub 1. So that's rise over run. Okay, so we want to find the slope between these 2 points, x sub 1, y sub 1. First set of points, x sub 2, y sub 2. Second set of points. Using the slope, the formula for the slope, we're going to take y sub 2, and sometimes it's easier if you line up your points 0, 2 and 4, 6, and that way you'll know the 2 and the 6 and the 2 go together, the 4 and the 0. So this is your y sub 2, y sub 1, x sub 2, x sub 1. So we just go 6 minus 2, 4 minus 0. Okay, so we're going to take the 6 minus 2 over 4 minus 0, and that's going to give us 4 over 4, so my slope is 1. Okay, now we're going to write equations for lines, and we're going to do point slope and slope intercept form. So here we just use the graph. We find 2 points that are on integers, so this is a good point. This is a good point. Doesn't really matter. We just need 2 of them. And what I'm going to do is make a triangle here. And the rise is 1, 2, 3. So it's 3 in the numerator. And the run is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 over 4. And then I need to get my y-intercept, which is where the graph crosses the y-axis. So that is at 1, 2, 3. So my y-intercept is 3. The equation for the line is we're going to use y equals mx plus b, and then we're going to fill in the values here. So we're going to say y equals 3 over 4x plus b. Okay, now we have a slope and a y-intercept. We want to write the equation for a line. So we have we have y equals mx plus b. So we're going to write, this is slope-intercept form, so the only 2 things I have to fill in are the slope and the y-intercept. I don't fill in the x and the y. If I look at this line over here and I move up and down the line, the x and the y changes as I move. But the slope and the y-intercept, they stay the same. They don't change. That's why when you write the equation for the line, you only write the slope and the y-intercept. So this is going to be y equals 5x plus 3. Okay, now we have a table that is repeated here. And so it's the exact same table. We want to write first the equation in point-slope form. Second time, we want to write it in slope-intercept form. So those are the 2 forms that you need to be familiar with. Point-slope form is y minus y sub 1 equals m times x minus x sub 1. Okay, point slope form comes from, you have a point, so this is x sub 1, y sub 1, that's your point, and this is your slope. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to first figure out what the slope is. So again, from right to left, I'm going to subtract. So this is 4. 12 minus 8 is 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. That's constant, so I check the x's. Now I do 11 minus 8 is 3. 8 minus 5 is 3. 5 minus 2 is 3. And this is constant. So I know it's a linear function because the differences between the x's are constant, differences between the y's are constant. Slope is rise over run, so we put the difference in the x's in the numerator, so my slope is going to be 3 over 4. Okay, now we can choose any point that we want. So let's just choose one point. Let's choose this 4, 2. And we'll substitute it back into this equation. So it is going to be y minus my y sub 1. So let's just write this point out as 4, 2, x sub 1, y sub 1. So we know what we're dealing with. So y minus y sub 1, which is 2, equals my slope. That's 3 over 4 times x minus x sub 1, which in this case is 4. So there's my equation. Y minus 2 equals 3 over 4 x, or 3 over 4 times x minus 4. Okay, slope-intercept form, we've been using that a little bit. Y equals mx plus b. So I first need to find my slope. Well, we already found the slope over here. So my slope is 3 over 4. Now I need to find my y-intercept. So if I look at this equation and I write down y equals mx plus b, I need to find this. Well, if I need to find that, I have to have a slope and I have to have an x and a y. I have a slope and I have several x's and y's. So I can choose any one of those that I want. I'm going to choose the 4, 2. So that's going to be my x, that's going to be my y. I'm going to substitute the y in here. So that's going to be 2 equals 3 over 4. And again, I'm using this point, so my x is 4. So now I have plus b. Okay, so this is going to be 2 equals 3 plus b. So b equals negative 1. So my equation is y equals 3 over 4x minus 1. Now, we can also do that using point slope. So let's take this equation and we can put it in slope-intercept form. So these two are the same, so we don't have to go through writing the point slope again. So let's just write point slope here. And we're going to do y minus 2 equals 3 over 4 x minus 4. So we have y minus 2 equals 3 over 4x. I'm distributing here. And then we multiply here, and that's going to give us minus 1. I think I said minus 1. It's actually, when we distribute here, 3 over 4 times negative 4. Those are going to cancel out, and we're going to have actually a negative 3. Multiplying and dividing reduced to 1. So that's going to give us a negative 3, or minus 3. And then we're going to add 2 to both sides. So we have y equals 3 over 4x minus 1. And as you can see, those are both the same. So you can solve for b and then write the equation, or you can use point slope, write this in point slope, and then solve for y. Either one.